Hello and Happy New Year to you, our esteemed and distinguished viewers. This year, your #1 security program on television, Crime Fighters, the Police and You, promises to be more educative, exciting and highly informative. Our maiden edition for the year 2011 features an interview with the Deputy Inspector General of Police, E-Department in charge of training, Force Headquarters Abuja, Abubaka Sardana. Sardana, an indigene of Sokoto State, enlisted into the Nigerian Police Force as a cadet inspector in the year 1978 and have served in various area commands and training institutions. Before his recent appointment, he was the Assistant Inspector General of Police Zone 1, Kano State. He sheds more light on some of the key functions of his department and also the measures being put in place for the forthcoming general elections as regards training of officers and men of the Nigerian Police Force. While on Crime Scene segment, we bring to you the startling confessions of a young man, Olajide Alaka, who allegedly murdered a young woman, after which chopped off her hands for rituals in the company of his bosom friend Ayodele. Both friends are now claiming to be acting under the influence of a charm they consumed in a drink offered to them by an herbalist, Saheed, who was the master planner of the crime. I'm sure you don't want to miss our New Year episode, so I urge you to stay with us on Crime Fighters, the Police and You. Welcome to our interview segment on Crime Fighters, the Police and You. Today, we'll be speaking with the new Deputy Inspector General of Police in charge of E-Department, Force Headquarters Abuja, Abubaka Sardana, MPM. Sir, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
Sir, please, can you enlighten us on the specific functions of your department, E?
Thank you very much. One would say E-Department. That is, department has to do with training. My functions are: 1, coordinating, supervising, and managing all police training institutions, ensuring a uniform standard of training in all the police training institutions. It is part of my functions also to liaise with training institutions within and outside the country for further training of our officers and men. So this is the short brief of my duties as Deputy Inspector General of Police in charge of E-Department.
Sir, as you just said, your department is responsible for training and retraining of police personnel.
Yes.
What measures have been put in place to ensure that there's proper training of police personnel so as to meet up with modern day challenges, security challenges?
Well, the policy is to bridge the learning and the performance gap by training our personnel, that in terms of capacity building. E.g., we have been training our CIB operatives on intelligence gathering. We have been giving our policemen development courses. We have been carrying out seminars, workshops. All these are being done in order to bridge the learning and the performance gap, so that at anywhere you see our policemen, you are sure that, yes, you are seeing well-trained police officers.
Still on the issue of training,
Yes.
The 2011 general election is fast approaching. What measures have been put in place to ensure proper training of police personnel as regards the 2011 elections?
Thank you very much for asking this very important question. Currently, we have police reform. Over 150 police officers are receiving various training in our training institutions. And all these, we are doing it to enhance their performance during 2010 elections. So if you go to our training institutions, Staff College JOS, the 4 premier colleges, PTS, in fact, almost all the zones will have workshops and seminars for police officers. All these geared towards 2011 elections.
So, sir, how do you supervise and coordinate the activities of the police colleges around the country?
Well, in each department, I have 3 sections. That is administration, inspectorate unit, and the training unit. Well, I always use inspectorate unit who goes out to inspect and monitor what is happening in our training institutions. Likewise, I usually have monthly briefing, monthly conference with the commandants and some senior officers from the various training institutions, where we sit and discuss issues of what is happening in our training institutions. Don't forget also, as a leader of this department, I normally go out on tour of inspection to see things for myself, so that I make sure that things happening in the training institutions are the things that are expected, especially the standard of training of our personnel. And I do supervise what is happening in the training institution by way of complaints. If there are complaints, either by the trainees, by the staff there, or by the members of the public, we investigate. That is part of supervision.
At the moment, sir, the force has stopped the recruitment of police personnel intending to join the force that do not have a minimum of NCE or OND degree. Do you think this is a welcome idea?
Well, it's a welcome policy. Why? Because the society is dynamic, and the police will have to go along with the time. Nigerians are becoming educated, and we must have educated police officers. That is why I am 100% in support of the policy.
So what about those already in the force that do not have at least a minimum of OND or NCE? Do you have plans for them?
We have plans. That is why we have development programs in the reforms. These development programs is to improve their capacity, to enhance their performance. And that is why we are giving them various training, so that those who are serving and they don't have NC or OND certificates, they can now increase their knowledge through development, orientation courses, and so on and so forth.
Do you have any unforgettable experience or experiences that you would like to share with us?
I remember when I was a commissioner of police, Jigawa State Police Command, the day there was a riot. But I was able to bring the situation under control with the assistance of the state government, traditional rulers, and the community leaders of that state. And that is why I always advise police officers to be friendly with the members of the public, so that when they have problems, they will be really assisted by the members of the public.
So, recounting your journey so far in the Nigerian police force, do you have any regret being a police officer?
No. I thank Almighty Allah. I started as a cadet inspector. I have attained the rank of Deputy Inspector General of Police, and I'm healthy. I have good family. I came from a good background. I decided to join a police. Police is a good career. It's one of the best careers in the world. In fact, if there is any career to do in the hereafter, I prefer to be a police officer even if I die. If I come back again, I will still join police.
Also, sir, what would be your advice to Nigerians, especially the youths?
Well, my advice, the youth should be patriotic. They should be hardworking. And secondly, they should love their country. And they should use that age to contribute a lot for their country. Because the youth will be the leaders of tomorrow. And it is when they contribute positively that there will be future leaders of Nigeria.
Sir, do you have any security tips for Nigerians?
I have one or two. You should be security conscious. And don't always publicize your movements. Always make sure that when you go to bed, you close your doors, windows, and if somebody comes to knock, find out who that person before you open your door.
With this, we've come to the end of our interview segment on Crime Fighters, the Police and You. We've been speaking with the new Deputy Inspector General of Police in charge of E-Department, Force Headquarters Abuja, Abubaka Sardana, MPM. He has been able to shed more light on his department and other matters relating to policing. Sir, it's been a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you very much. And I hope very soon you will come back so that we take you around to our training institutions to see what is happening. Thank you.
Stay tuned for more.
Crime Fighters, promoting security consciousness.